Good morning, everybody. I was worried it broke there for a second. Here I am, on time as usual. Rachel, morning. Good morning, Rachel. I'm just double checking that it's actually that my mic's actually turned on. The Tweets, hello. Coinman, happy Friday. Hello, Coinman. Dave, hello, Dub. Hello, Dave. Girl Gamer, hello. Merry Friday. Spartans, good morning, Dub. Good morning to you, Spartans. Jeff Sailor says happy Friday. Hello, Jeff Sailor. And O-Town says hello. What's up, O-Town? I'm sure you're doing very well in the competition. About to check the rankings. I did see that I was 10th place because it's right here. So let's see who's actually on here. Damn, XJ's doing amazing again. That's great. Like it looks like he's on track for first place again. Great job, XG. Of course, everybody up here is doing the best they can. I'm surprised I am 10th place, to be honest, because I wasn't really aiming for top 10 on this. Aiming for top 25. Is there somebody on here that hasn't logged on? Well, seeing as we're in the last 18 minutes, by now, I'm assuming everybody's logged on and fast forwarded their time. So I might actually end top 10. That's awesome. That's like what, an extra 1,000 Gala, right? But it's the thought. It's the achievement. I mean, you know, the achievement of top 10 instead of just saying I got top 25. But let me wait like 17 more minutes before I celebrate that. I kind of want to ask Doofy right here what his production rate was. Because I'm wondering if I didn't improve my production rate, if I would have beat him still. Probably not, but I am wondering. I might just tag him on Discord if he's not watching, because I do want to know his production rate. I could figure out the math, but I don't really want to do the math right now. DeFi, hey. Drew, hello. Juxies. Mary NG as well with the waves. Mark says, hi Dub, see money, howdy Dub. I definitely shouldn't have waited until Wednesday to finish the build. Well, did you have a plan to, like, did you already have a plan, like what you were gonna do? Or did it just take you too long to finish the build? I know some people made, well, they spent a long time getting money to make multiple nukes, or they were just still working on their town. Oaken Shield, good morning. Mars says hi Dub and all, happy Friday. Rachel, top 10 bragging rights, there you go. Yeah, just another top 10 to add to my record. That's what it is. Always nice. Let me set this up to show Discord as well, so I can talk about all the Easter meta stuff. But if you didn't already know, next competition is going to be Easter eggs. JMR Leroy, hello, happy Town Star Friday, all. Oh, whoops. Oh, by the way, my production rate is 145 per hour. I did say on Tuesday that it should be at least 143 per hour, if I'm not mistaken. Well, really, it's like 144.5, as you can see, but as I put on the thumbnail, basically 145 is the peak production rate that this can make. Bottleneck being ceramic bowls, basically. That's not really true though, seeing as I have extra wax. I guess it was cotton yarn. Like if I would have had another fabric plant making cotton yarn, the rate would have gone up by maybe 1 at the most. It's not a big deal. Yeah, let me get Discord pulled up here. Oh cool, that was easy. It was already saved. Yeah, but hopefully everybody did well with the competition. I am wondering, you know, since I didn't put up a build showcase, how are people in the lower ranks doing? And I mean like top 1200 or top 900. Do you think that you did better or you're doing worse? Even though I didn't share a build showcase. You know, maybe the fact that I didn't share a build showcase screwed you over, like you didn't have enough help, right? Or it helped you because other people didn't have enough help. So I'm wondering what your thoughts are on that, because I know some people have said before, like, whenever I don't share like a working build, that they tend to do better in the lower ranks, but not everybody says that. Then there's the on the other hand, the other people that say they do worse. So it can go both ways. Can't please everyone, I know that. Besides, I wouldn't have had enough time to finish it. Daniel with the smiley face, what's up? Simani says, I just stopped Tuesday because I was busy and picked back up late on Wednesday. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Literally right at 1200. That doesn't sound very good. I think Doofy said he was doing 140. Really? So if I wouldn't have improved my design, I would not have beat him. That's cool, because my first version of this build was doing 133 per hour, I think. I posted it in the supporter chat, so I would have to go back and look later. But yeah, I improved it enough to get to 10th. Hopefully 10th place. Happy you didn't, as in share the build showcase. All right, if it helped you out. Jeff says I did better at 295. Well, that's higher up there, but yeah, that's good. Let's go over the next competition details here. So we're gonna be selling Easter eggs. You know, this is interesting. This is well, let me start with this. The NFTs were leaked, I guess, because, you know, you can easily search them up on like NFT Harbor once they're on the chain, on Gala chain. So we found out that it was a Epic Chocolate Shop, which I'll talk about the NFTs in a bit, but it was the Epic Chocolate Shop and the 2 Easter skins. And one of the Easter skins was Lolly, so it affected the candy shops in a way. So we kind of figured it was a meta that's going to involve both chocolate and the candy shop. Or yeah, the chocolate shop and the candy shop. So I think mostly our guess was decorated cakes, because decorated cakes requires both. You could also say hot cocoa, because that requires chocolate and marshmallows. So both of those would have been good guesses. I think there were some other ones. But I also guessed chocolate Easter eggs. It would have been a new meta though, but that was my guess. Decorated cake or chocolate Easter eggs. It turned out to be chocolate Easter eggs. That's cool. I didn't say this like publicly. We were talking about this in Dub 1 chat, so that's the only place I mentioned that. But that's cool. Looks like they came out with a new meta. Easter eggs, you know, all the chickens we're gonna need. Bayes is hi all. John Michael, hello. I did worse without your help. 275. That's still a good rank, but I see. I see. C Money says it was kind of fun to make a build without a template of sorts. Yeah, and you could argue that I shared a template anyways, because like I told people that if you really want to reference, like at the fabric box build that I did for the August 2022 competition, but I was using the dragon and a couple of NFTs on that, so it wasn't really going to help everybody out. And a lot of people here have done uniforms before, so I don't really think it mattered that much. Now this Easter egg meta is like, you know, like a new design-ish. I'll go over some more examples. But Easter eggs, we're going to have a cash boost for all the paints. Sorry, we're gonna have cash boost for red paint and blue paint. Sorry, I hesitated because I swear I read this yesterday and it said yellow paint. I'm not tripping, right? This said yellow paint. Duck Sunny must have corrected himself on this. I even wrote it on my notes. Yeah, sorry, I got kind of distracted. Hold on. Did he mistakenly have yellow paint as a cash boost? I don't want to go. I don't want to spread like wrong information here. Okay. So yellow paint is not cash boosted, even though it said it was when he posted this yesterday, I'm pretty sure. So, you know, just in case anybody's confused, because I just got confused for a minute. Red paint and blue paint are cash boosted. Yellow paint is not cash boosted. Chocolate bar is cash boosted too, which is cool. I think, did I do that last time? Did I rush chocolate last time for cash? I think I did. Or maybe it was a Valentine's Day meta. Dave says yes, he had yellow ink as well. Yeah, I'm 100% sure he did. And I put that on the playbook too, but I'll take it off in a bit because he must have edited this. And I had it for the little picture thing that I show on my video, so I had to edit that too. He can edit info as much as he wants. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Heads up or something would have been nice, but apparently not. But yeah, red paint, blue paint, chocolate bars are cash boosted. That's not very helpful for low NFT players, but the chocolate bars can be... It can be good cash if you have certain NFTs. Like, you're going to want to make sugar fast. Like a Light Circus is awesome, of course. I'm not saying you need NFTs to make chocolate bars, by the way. It's just... If you want to get to chocolate bar production very quickly, there are obviously some NFTs that would help. Light Circus for the windmills, Nourish Barn for the milk barns, but if you don't have any NFTs, Gold Rush is still reliable. I don't imagine this one would be that expensive. Actually, I could be wrong. You will probably want a nuke. Yeah, it probably would be sort of expensive. Biome is forest with river on south, mountain on the west. You can basically use the same biome as you already have on your practice server. Just rotate it 180 degrees. Now, there is a reason why you wouldn't want to do that, and that's the trade times. Trade time is 60 seconds. The current biome, the trade time is 120 seconds. So if you practice with the same biome, hopefully you don't have the trade time issue. So you may just want to consider just resetting it once the new biome comes out. But if you decide that you want to use the same biome to practice, you just flip it like this, 180 degrees. And hopefully the double trade times won't screw you over, is all I can say on that. I will probably practice using the same biome because I already have like half of my plan or my idea built out. Damn, C-Many, 11.99 on ranking with 5 minutes to go. It doesn't look good, to be honest. Especially since the leaderboard is not exactly accurate on those ranks. But yeah, trade time 60 seconds, not as bad as this one. You probably won't need to trade depot if your design is balanced enough anyways. Gala reward, so no blueprint yet. Easter eggs are made in the chocolate shop, requires a chocolate bar, a marshmallow, a blue paint, and a red paint. This meta is mostly glue. This is a glue meta. Oddly enough, right? Because we're making chocolate eggs. But it is a glue meta. A lot of your build is going to be beehives, meadows, pottery shops. And then I suppose the other half would be a bunch of windmills. Yeah, because you're going to need a bunch of windmills for stuff. But I would say it's mostly a glue meta. Morris says actually you can't. The Easter egg will only show if you reset the biome, wouldn't it? No, that doesn't matter. The Easter egg will show up once the game update goes live. Ryan Maxwell, hello. He says I'm sitting in 1085 at the moment. That's a secure top 1200 then. Mars says, is it really Easter egg, but no eggs? Yeah, and we're gonna have that conversation in a moment. Don't worry, Mars. I had that conversation in Discord yesterday. or was it Wednesday? I think it was Thursday, but like in the morning. Anyways, it's Star boosted, of course. Craft time is 90 seconds in the chocolate shop. Same craft time as chocolate bar. Stored in the storehouses. That's about it. That's all you need to know for Easter eggs. It's not very chocolate heavy as far as I can tell, but then again, I've only worked on like the idea for my personal design. I haven't looked into ideas for the no NFC designs yet. Oh yeah, I think Triple L was the one that was asking who the heck is Gunnar Paulson. Gunnar Paulson is the worker name for the chocolate shop, in case you didn't know that. Some buildings have workers with very specific names. Like Candy Shop, the worker's name is Lolly. But for the Candy Shop NFT, the worker's name is Lolly and Pop, because they're riding in a car. I think Pop's the one that's driving and Lolly's just in the passenger seat. DeFi ramping up glue is tough, particularly without mazes. Yeah, the haunted maze zones is going to be super helpful for that meta. Because you're also going to want salt fields. You know, if you don't already have the salty salt fields, then yeah, haunted maze zone, insanely helpful actually. It's going to be the popular option. It's ending in 2 minutes. Looks like I might actually get top 10. Awesome. We'll come back to that. Rachel, either make it chocolate Easter eggs or painted Easter eggs. Doing both, in my opinion, is dumb. Doesn't make sense. I don't know. I'm neutral. I don't know whether to agree with you or not, but I'm neutral. Because, yeah, you make a point, but, like, you can also have a wrapper and then paint the wrapper. I don't exactly know how they're going to... I don't know how they thought about it. We'll see what the image looks like once the update goes live. I imagine it's a wrapper and you paint the wrapper red and blue and you open the wrapper and it's a chocolate egg with a marshmallow inside, marshmallow stuffing. But we'll see. That's just me being optimistic, or at least trying to make it logical. That's me trying to make it logical, actually. NFTs, there's going to be 3 NFTs on sale. Of course, I will mention them. They will also go on sale in an hour or 2 from now. I don't know if the timestamps are correct since the time change happened. This one, yeah, they all have that timestamp. But the NFTs will go on sale today. Yeah, let's just talk about them first, actually. Chocolate Shop Epic. Just like all the other tiny building NFTs, this takes up 2x2 space, or a quarter of a tile. It's a chocolate shop. It has faster movement speed and less wages. This is actually the same movement speed and wages as the Chocolatier NFT building, the uncommon one that came out years ago. That sucks. That one sucks. This one's actually not that bad. Boosts your craft time by 15%. It's cool. 10 town points, and that's about it. It's decent, but like the thing is, you're better off buying the Epic Pottery Shop. The Epic Pottery Shop is going to be way more helpful in so many more situations. And even the Tiny Bakery is better than this. The Tiny Bakery will have more of a use case, and the Tiny Bakery also has a 30% craft time reduction instead of the Chocolate Shop NFT, which has 15%. It's actually a big difference in terms of the craft times. All right, so this has ended. There we go, 10th place. I made it. C-Money, I'm sorry to hear that you didn't make it. Really close too. Xian says it's not real paint, it's actually strawberry and blueberry with honey. That is true as well. It's not actually real paint, it's like edible dye. Yeah, it's more like edible dye. So that's also a good point if you wanted to think about them painting the actual chocolate part. But we'll see. We'll see what it looks like. Do that many people still play? Well, let's see how many people participated, right? 1,683 people actually joined. It's very difficult for us to check how many people actually tried. That's a different story. Because if I had to guess, if 1,600 people joined, maybe 1,400 actually tried. Well, Sneak Money got 1,212 place, and I'm assuming that he actually tried. If you don't mind me asking, Sneak Money, what was your production rate? I do understand that you had a late start, or a late finish, I should say. Yeah, a late finish. So obviously that was against you, and that's probably why you didn't place in the top 200. That's unfortunate. The people that do compete, they really try to finish as fast as they can and start on time. So you gotta compete with that, you know. It's a competitive game. Thank you, Rachel, and congrats, Girl Gamer, on the 25th place. You say it's your first 25th, your first top 25. Awesome. D5 made it to top 225. Very good. Yeah, but I started on Wednesday night. I think around 20 per hour. See, that's a decent rate. That rate definitely would have gotten you top 1200, but you started late. That was the thing. It sounds like a day late start, or maybe almost a day. But that's what really screwed you over, I guess. It's still showing 0 points for all these people. Oh wait, no, it updated. Is that right? 1.8 mil. Yeah, it's about 1,400 people that I would say at least tried, and they probably only sold like 20. That's the thing. But they, I'm gonna assume that they at least made it to the fabric box production. Yeah, even if they only sold 20 or 30 of them, or 100 of them, as you can see. There's at least like 100 to 200 people that tried but failed, and C Money is one of them. Don't worry, C Money. It happens. It's okay. But hopefully it was a fun learning experience. Spartans 36, congratulations. Grandma, number 100 exactly. Very nice. I hope they actually do give you the number 100. Oh, Centurion, I know him. He plays Champions Arena, and he gave it a shot, but he didn't make it. If assuming this is correct. I know that person too. But I'm gonna assume that the leaderboard's all wacky, and it's not going to show me correct rankings here. Yeah, I still need to do my daily challenge, but what I'm gonna do is load this up, and we'll go back to checking this other stuff out. As I was saying, this NFT is not that great. I mean, it looks cool and all, but like, I'm gonna, if you're considering this, I would rather you get the Epic Pottery Shop. The Pottery Shop gets used so many times, it's crazy. Or even the Tiny Bakery. Though honestly, the Epic Pottery Shop gets used more than the Tiny Bakery, in my opinion. Also, the Epic Pottery Shop is not negatively impacted by dirty. Somebody did test this, and that's awesome. Yeah, the Epic Pottery Shop is just insane. It is the best tiny building there is in the game. If you were even considering tiny buildings, which it's not one of the first things you should be considering. There's a whole other list of stuff you should get first. Also, the Epic Tiny Bakery is cheaper. I just realized that. This is 250 bucks. I thought it was gonna be less than that. But yeah, that's all I have to say on the Chocolate Shop Epic. Would not recommend. Easter Lolly skin. Cosmetic override for Lolly, and it also increases her movement speed by 15%. 150 bucks. Damn. So what I have to say on this, a couple of things. The movement speed of 15% sucks. Just last week, right? They, or 2 weeks ago, sorry, 2 weeks ago, they released the Clowny Brewmaster skin. That's a rare, and it gave a 30% movement speed to the Brewmasters. We don't use them that often, but 30% movement speed is pretty good. I do believe Lolly gets used more often, but the 15% movement speed, that's that's not that much. If this was 30% movement speed, I do believe it would have been more justified. But for 15%, that sucks. 150 bucks. Brewmaster was 100, but that's because it was a rare. But still, like, damn, I feel like the movement speed on this is too low compared to what they did with the Brewmaster. Additionally, a lot of people already have the Lolly and Pop Shop NFTs, which already have a freaking crazy movement speed bonus. So diminishing returns kinda, but like this skin is not totally useless, don't get me wrong. It's not useless, but it's not as good when you compare it to even like the Brewmaster skin, the Clowny Brewmaster skin. More expensive and less utility. The artwork, some people said that this looks pretty bad. I'm trying to remember what Sandula said about her. That they made her look like a crackhead. Morris, are you gonna buy any of the 3? No, I'm not. I already got stuff on my want to buy list. That would be like the trackers. I'm still considering getting them. I'm really just hoping that crypto price goes up before I spend the Gala, but the tractor is on my list. The epic pottery shops are on my buy list. And I still kind of want the steel mills, but at this point I will probably wait until the next meta where we need them. Or obviously if they go on sale, maybe some of the stuff will go on sale in like 6 months, you never know, right? Summer sale blowout or something. But those 3 are the ones they recently introduced that I would consider getting. But these 3, no. I would not consider them. Crabs Crypto, what's up? There was 1200 with a meta sell when I checked last night. Yeah, there's at least 1400 with a meta sell, if the leaderboard's correct when I was just checking right now. Congratulations, Mark, on the top 400. Crab says, is there a reason to believe that someone is mass multi-accounting to get spot 600 to 1200? There was 600 done about 12 hours in, and 600 that slowly finished after. If you told me that there's somebody playing 600 accounts, I would not believe you, honestly. But I'm sure there's at least some people that happen to be playing like 3 or 4 accounts. Sure, I would believe that. And 4 is actually pretty crazy, but like, I would believe it. Not useless, but I would not recommend it. All right, Easter chocolate skin. This one is useless, so let's talk about this one. This one turns your chocolate shops or workers, you know, Paul Gundersons, all your Paul Gundersons in your town. It puts them into a bunny costume, or it turns them into a bunny. Actually, if we read this as is. This skin turns your chocolatier into a bunny in costume. So when I read this at first, and I'm still interpreting it this way, this turns a worker into a bunny that's wearing a costume. Right? Is that how I'm reading this? Is anybody reading it this way? This turns a worker into a bunny that's in a costume. Is it like a bunny that's in a human costume? So that's what's going on here? Or is this just like a typo or translation issue or something? And best of all, wait until you hear this, guys. Best of all, it slashes their wages by 20%. Oh my gosh, that's game breaking. 20% less wages for your chocolate shops that cost like $300 a minute or something. Sweetening your strategy and save some cash. What an exceptional deal. Holy crap. That's insane. No, in reality though, this is terrible. Nobody cares about the wage reduction. Almost nobody cares about the wage reductions right now. 150 bucks. The skins do not give town points, by the way. And This is gonna scare some people, but apparently this is nightmare fuel. I don't know, they were posting this on the Townstar discussion. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have nightmares. I don't know why. Mark, are you making a no NFT build this next week? Right now, that is the plan. Yeah, I will do a no NFT build. That is the plan. I didn't ask people if they wanted me to, but like, that's... I'm assuming it'll help people out. Mars, if they really want a multi-accounts, can be reduced by KYC. That's true, but KYC is very annoying. There are things in place to stop the multi-accounting, I guess you would say, but there's easy workarounds, and I don't like to talk about those, but like using common sense, you can figure it out. Rachel says a bunny in a chef's costume. Is that a chef's costume? Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, just a costume with low wages. It needed to give a craft speed bonus 20 to 30%. Sure, I guess you could have made that possible. I really don't think the skins should be giving craft time reductions, in my opinion. The movement speed bonus makes sense because it's a worker. Yeah, I guess it's possible. I mean, the wage reductions make sense. It's just that nobody cares about wage reductions, or almost nobody, I should say. Artwork recently has been awful. Wenod was doing a great job. I don't actually agree with you, Morris, but yeah, I respect your opinion. This one looks okay, actually, but some of the other ones have looked good. This looks great. You can't tell me this is awful. The fabric plant looks amazing, actually. I don't own it. I don't care about the dog. This looks fine. Makes sense. The tractor looked cool too. The steel mill's kind of basic, but that's a rare NFT. It's not even terrible. This looks okay. Yeah. This looks really cool. I like this. If somebody wanted to gift me this, I would have taken it. I don't think I would buy it though. This I will buy at one point. Mostly for the utility, obviously. We're not buying stuff because it looks cool. I don't think so. This looks cool too. Like an outdoor patio thing. Anyways, that makes my point. Yeah, I don't agree with you, Morris, but I get it. Wenod was doing a great job as well, though. I agree with you on that part. But yeah, that's the 3 NFTs that are going on sale soon. I shared my thoughts. I don't really recommend any 3 of these. If you wanted me to recommend something, it would make more sense for you to go and get the Epic Pottery Shop or the Tractor if you haven't done so already. But as I always say, there's a bunch of other NFTs that are so much better and cheaper right now on NFC Harbor. Regardless, if you do want to buy any of these or something from the Gala store, you can use my link in the description. It does help me out and helps the channel out. I appreciate your support with that. But yeah, that's all I have to say about the NFTs. This is still loading up. I do want to update the values on the playbook real quick, and then I'm going to show examples on what could help you with the Easter eggs, you know, all the chickens we're going to need for those. Rachel says, compared to the stands like rice or banana, these new ones are kind of lackluster to me. In terms of utility or visuals? The rice hut stand was really good for utility, I know that. I mean, the legendary one sold out. That was a sell-out stand. That's something that people really wanted. The passive husk rice. Or rice husk, whatever it's called. We've not seen the official picture for the Easter egg, so I'm using this one temporarily. Though nobody's actually realized what that's a reference to. So yellow paint is not cash boosted no more. Let me take this off. The stars for Easter eggs is 96k. I already added it on here, I just didn't update the meta values, so 96k. Fabric box goes to standard. Blue paint gets cash boosted to 40k. Uniforms is standard. Box is standard. Wooden box standard. Where's red paint at? Red paint's 40k. Chocolate bar, I missed it. Chocolate bar to 36k. There we go. I think that was it. I think everything else is on there. Competition list. I don't think I'm missing anything. Visually, but yeah, utility 2 compared to price. Okay. Yeah. Give me a minute. Let me read these replies. Okay, I will. Get back to you soon. Oh, the shop's messed up for the Eternal Paradox gems. Let me actually. Give me another second. It happens every season too. Freaking the gem boxes for Eternal Paradox, the ones that are in the store, you can only buy 20 of those every day, but for some reason it gets stuck. It's bugged. But yeah, the team said they're looking into it. What? Okay. Yeah, I hope the fabric box competition was a good experience for people though. That didn't have something that works to copy, I suppose. So Easter eggs, yeah, before we go into that conversation, if you want a reference to something that might help you, you know, come up with a design, I've been referring to the Valentine's Starlight Market Box build. This is the no NFT build. I believe it to 10 boxes per hour, but that's not the important part. Or maybe it's a little important. So 10 boxes. I think this was 50 glue and 60 chocolate bars. This should be correct because I did some math yesterday. This should be 50 glue, 60 chocolate bars. All right. I can't really tell you exactly what to aim for on the chocolate eggs. Maybe you can do 20 per hour. I guess if I'm not exactly sure because obviously you need to make marshmallows and stuff too. But it's gonna be similar, okay? You're gonna want a nuke. You are absolutely gonna want nuclear for the party shops unless you have a Orb of Hope NFT, right? But I'm talking about the people with no NFTs right now. You're gonna want a nuke. You're gonna want pottery shops, probably the same amount as this. You're gonna want the beehive setup to make honey and honeycomb. You're gonna want the Wizard's Workshop to make glue. You do not need a second one to make Mystic Matter though, not for the Easter eggs. But you do need the glue. Glue is gonna be used by the stationery shops, which you're still gonna want. These stationery shops should be making red paints and blue paints. which means you're going to want strawberry fields and blueberry fields. Thankfully, those do not care about shade, so you could have them closer to the mountainside or closer to buildings. You'll need a lot of them, but the craft times aren't crazy on those, I guess. Don't worry about bamboo shoots. You will need cocoa trees for the chocolate. You'll want sugarcane fields and corn fields and wheat fields. A lot of fields. Yeah. It's probably going to take up the same amount of space as bamboo shoots and ponds did anyways. Don't worry about cotton. You will want some milk barns. You honestly don't need that many. I guess it depends on the rate. You don't need that much milk, okay? Think about it. If you're only gonna aim for 20 Easter eggs, maybe we can do more with no NFTs. I'm not exactly sure right now. But if you're only gonna need 20 chocolate bars and each one requires a milk, that's 20 milk. You could do that with one milk bar. So yeah, honestly, you would probably only need one milk barn if your rate is low, and just a few meadows next to it. It might not even make sense to go for the feed setup. Maybe it will. One feed mill, one throb, one milk barn next to it. Maybe, yeah, I guess maybe it will. If you have wheat stands. Otherwise, use the wheat stands to make flour with your windmills, you know, because you're gonna need flour to make the paints. No peppermint fields, don't worry about that. Chocolate shops, you'll need them to make chocolate as well as the Easter egg. Yeah, loggers, tractors, don't need mines, don't need sand mines. So as you can see, it's gonna be similar to this. That's why I'm saying this is a good reference. You could maybe also reference your hot cocoa, or maybe even your decorated cake builds. They are similar, they do share similar buildings. Unfortunately, decorated cakes don't require pottery shops, so that might not be the best example. This might be a better example, to be honest. But there you go. If you wanted a reference right now to work with, this works. It does work in my opinion. I'm already using my personal build for this to work on my personal Easter egg build. And don't forget all the chickens you're gonna need. I'm joking about that, by the way. You don't need chickens. There's no eggs in this meta, alright? There's only Easter eggs. There's no eggs in this meta. And you want the oil pumps, because I'm assuming we're not getting a oil seep. That'd be funny if we did get an oil seep, but no, I'm pretty sure they would have hopefully said something about that. Because that means some of you are gonna have to restart the biome anyways and make use of the oil seep. So yeah, you'd want the forklift to pick up the crude oil, and they would also pick up the clay lumps. No water facility. You will need lumber mills to make lumber for the honey and honeycombs. There you go, very similar stuff. I will show you my personal, my competition stream. Valentine Starlight Microbox competition stream. I was doing 100 per hour, so 10 times the no NFC rate. That's crazy, right? I did have a bunch of NFCs for this. Me showing you this right now, this half of this is what my personal build's gonna look like, honestly. So it's not much of a surprise this time. Obviously, I will tweak it to make it work, but this is already the reference I'm using. Probably shouldn't tell you this, but my plan right now. And if you have a bunch of NFTs, and maybe this will help you out. You probably don't need my help though, but there you go. Yeah, if you got 3 Nourish barns, milk is not going to be an issue at all. I already figured that one out. But yeah, that's what I can tell you about references for the upcoming Easter egg build. Don't know exactly how difficult it will be. Probably in the same difficulty as decorated cakes, if I would have to guess. But you should be able to make more. more Easter eggs than you would decorated cakes. Oh, they're not awful. Guess I'll sell my wine here. Christmas tree. Oh. That's right, it's in the guild library. Whatever, what do I care about the cash? Why do I even sell the wine bottles? Sell the wine bottles. Let's have the conversation about Easter eggs and why there's no eggs in Easter eggs. Easter egg is an interesting word. It means a couple different things. Usually when we talk about Easter eggs in games, it's like a secret. A secret. You found a secret. You found an Easter egg. Easter eggs in real life. It's an egg. It's an egg that's painted. It could still have egg yolk inside of the egg, as eggs do. Or the egg could have been hard-boiled. So you got a hard-boiled egg in there. Maybe you can eat it. Or the egg yolk was drained out via a little hole that was made. So somebody cooked the egg, you know, and left the rest of the eggshell intact. Maybe they taped over the little hole. They probably did. And then they painted the egg. And it's a hollow egg. Or before they taped over the hole, they put confetti inside. Or water to fill up the egg. And then they taped it and then they painted over it. Okay? That's an Easter egg. And those still get sold. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they still get sold. There's also the plastic Easter eggs, right? Some genius company came up with the idea of making plastic Easter eggs where you just open them in half and you put stuff inside and then you close them. You can hide those in places and I guess kids will find them and they might find some chocolate or candy or money inside, right? It's like the Easter tradition. Then there's also the Easter eggs you would usually find in the grocery store. Those are made of chocolate or they're made of candy. They can also be made of candy. There are candy Easter eggs like made of marshmallow or other sorts of candy. But I think usually it's chocolate. Now it can just be a completely chocolate egg. It can be hollow inside. It could have a fudge. Yeah, some kind of fudge inside, caramel. Could have marshmallow inside. Could have candy inside. Jelly, you know, a bunch of other things it could have inside. Those are all the sorts of Easter eggs. I think when people usually hear about Easter eggs, they are thinking of physical ones that are painted, that are, you know, the actual egg that came from a chicken. Whenever I go to the store and I think of Easter eggs, I do think of the chocolate ones. Maybe that's just me. To be fair, I never really celebrated Easter, so I didn't do the whole tradition of like going around and finding plastic eggs or like the painting eggs. Like, yeah, I just never really did that. Maybe I did it once in my life, long ass time ago. But I never really did that. So whenever I think of Easter eggs outside of games, which we discussed, those are like secrets. Because if you tell me about Easter eggs in games, that's a secret. That's what I'll think about first. Outside of media, whenever I hear Easter eggs, I do think of chocolate. That's me. I might not be in the majority though. I do want to run a poll about that later. What about Stackbox Inside? What do you mean? What about Stackbox Inside? Tatweez, you should see the prices of Easter chocolate eggs. You are crazy expensive. Really? You know, I kind of want to buy some chocolate Easter eggs now because of this meta. Maybe I eat one on stream or something. I've eaten chocolate Easter eggs before. Not really even Easter eggs, just chocolate eggs. There's a company that makes them. I forgot what they were called. Or maybe it's part of Nestle. But is it the Kinder eggs? Is it the Kinder chocolate eggs? I think that's what I'm thinking about. Let's get out of here and go to the daily challenge. Inside the Easter eggs of Gala could be. Are you saying they should hide a stack box inside a chocolate Easter egg? What are you talking about? That'd be crazy. Rachel, usually they're called chocolate eggs or candy eggs. Yeah, if they're not Easter related, you're right. Yeah, Kinder. Yeah, that's the one. I'm craving chocolate now too. I really love chocolate, so like, I'll usually eat it. Yeah. Cadbury too. Yeah, Cadbury. That's not the one I was thinking about, but you're right. That's what do they call their candy? Cream eggs. Cadbury calls their eggs cream eggs. Cream egg milk chocolate candy. Yeah. Can't remember if I ever tried that. Now I need to go buy chocolate. It's gonna be on sale all over the place if it's not already. Yeah, it is actually. It's already on sale. I usually don't check out the seasonal themed aisles on the grocery stores. Cadbury unveils world's largest cream egg ahead of Easter. Wow, I'm gonna start getting distracted on stream now. You know what I did here? The chocolate Easter bunnies, those are really freaking expensive. I like the Cadbury mini egg, says Jeff Saylor. Oh. I can't remember the last time I tried those. What was my point? Oh, we don't need chicken eggs for this meta. Yeah, no chicken eggs, unfortunately. I know everybody with the Norse Coop NFTs are really sad to hear that. I'm neutral about it, but yeah, I guess if they did require eggs, it would have been better for me, I guess, because I have 2 Norse Coops, maybe. But yeah, no chickens are required for this. The only animal you have to worry about is the 1 milk barn you'll need. Or most people, just 1 milk barn. You don't even need Lucy, surprisingly. You probably shouldn't use Lucy, you would make too much milk. I'm not gonna use Lucy, and I'm gonna have like a Norse barn turned off. That's as much as I figured out right now. You probably don't even need to have gilded barns turned on, to be honest. That effect card that reduces the crowd time and milk, yeah, it's not really an animal meta. You just need a bunch of bees. Mostly windmills. Light Circus is going to be a massive help in this competition. Why is it taking so long to load? I might have to refresh it. Okay, yeah, I'm probably going to have to refresh this. Ooh, congrats. My bad. That was the Cadbury article. I was checking the largest egg. Wow, I got disconnected. Okay. Okay. Whoops. There we go. Did not want to blind you guys with a white screen. Where'd the largest egg go? Oh. Close that. Yeah, I just need to do the daily challenge now. Whenever it loads up. Oh gosh. Ooh, LV Postman, good rate. Wow, it's really slow right now. I think last week it took them like 5 or 6 hours to update the game. 5 hours, yeah, just about 4 or 5 hours. Obviously we would hope it's like within the 2 or 3 hour mark. But yeah, hopefully I can practice my personal build and finish it by today. I've already made a good amount of progress. So I should be able to. I will work on the no NFT build. My guess right now is like maybe 20 per hour. Right? Look, I'm not trying to make it like the best build ever either, right? Because I would encourage people to make their own designs and figure out how to improve it further. Besides, that's why I don't use like subgrid placement and stuff, because those are good improvements. But yeah, I'll work on something. I will probably take inspiration from the Valentine's Day Starlight Market Box, as I've been doing for my personal build. So I would imagine it'd probably be similar to that, but like obviously tweaked to make it to work. But yeah, probably get 20 per hour or something. I think I'm really gonna have to refresh this again. The heck? Dang. I'm gonna have to refresh the whole window. If this takes, oh never mind. I was gonna say if this takes too long, I just do my daily challenge after lunch or something. Easy peasy. All right, I'm gonna do my daily challenge. We went over the upcoming meta, the egg conversation, and what meta would be similar to that one. But if you guys have any other questions, feel free to ask. I was thinking of streaming Mirandus yesterday, but no, I haven't done that. Because I saw they dropped a new update with the whole durability thing and Gala burning mechanism, which is interesting. It's like that's some economical value, but you're gonna have people that are like, why would I burn Gala on this feature? It's for convenience. Imagine they made us burn Gala for some features in here. Like, oh, you want to delete this this rock? Oh, you can delete it for 10 Gala. And then you'll be able to use it for the rest of the competition. I really hope the Townsword developers aren't watching me say that. Oh, Dub, that's a great idea. Let's implement that for the next update. Okay. Put the silo close to these. Don't need this. Greenhouse does reduce the craft time on those. Rachel asks, do you know if Easter eggs will be in the town store planner? Actually, I thought they already were, right? Well, I'm not gonna show you. I'm not gonna show my planner off right now, but hold on. They're already on there. They just don't have a picture on the chocolate shop. You may want to refresh your visualizer planner. Sure, I'll do that. Actually, no, never mind. Let's just worry about placing everything else down. See it now? Awesome. Mr. G, any info about Mayhem Dub? I mean, I don't have any insider secrets or anything about that. Every time people ask about Mayhem, I'm like, we're probably not gonna get any info until the end of the month or the first 2 days of May. Like, it'll be May and there still won't be any info until maybe the second day. With the current market, I highly doubt they'll do anything special for May Mayhem, as this has been the case for like the past, what, 3 years? 2 years? So, 23, yeah, past 2 years or something. So, I haven't heard any other info, like anything in particular for May Mayhem. I would imagine there would be sales though. I don't really think they'd give stuff away, but I could maybe do some giveaways, but I mean, don't expect like a freaking $5 million Mayhem prize. I would like $5 million. My useful lollies that I use for the next competition. What would be a good rate for top 225? I have an idea of what my rate will be. So top 225. Maybe 50-ish per hour. Rachel, do you remember what your rate for Valentine's Day, the Valentine's Day Starlight Market Box was? Do you remember your rate for that? Because I would say it would be double that. Jukesy says 45. Probably, yeah, that's probably more accurate than my 50. I would say it's double your Valentine's Day Starlight Market Box rate. Like, if you got top 225 on that, then like that same rate but doubled. That's my guess. It's probably like the closest number I can give you, just based on what numbers I've seen right now. Because this upcoming meta does have some similarities, right, to that. Sell a batch of this. 16 bucks. Try to aim for 45 to 50 then, yeah. That sounds about right. The more the better. The energy NFC is literally the most important ones. The highest value NFCs. There's like 20 points missing from here somewhere. Oh, the chicken coops. Yep, just the chicken coops. There we go, that's right. 45, 51. That gives me about 100 dirt per day. 100 dirts. We'll see if that pays off. We shall see. I do like doing the daily challenges. I would like them to add more though than just the current 2-week rotation. Could be worse, could have just been the first week, but we always want more. The tweet says only with one NFT you have more points than my whole NFTs. What NFT would that be, Tweets? Would it be the Crane bot? I mean, I'm assuming you're talking about the Tesla coil, but do I have... Is one Crane bot worth 100 more than yours? Am I wrong? You're right though, the town points on this NFT is insane. One of the highest. Let's see. Let me do some math on that. It says I only have 150. Ah, okay. Yeah, well, even the solar panel. Yep. It's a lot. Well, if you only have 150, right, then I guess the Tesla is like, what? 7 times. You know what sucks though, whenever I forget to do the daily challenge, and it happens like once a month on average so far, so I've missed it like at least 6 times. Sucks. Do you think it's worth to make the challenge for so little points? Or are you asking me if it's worth it for like 150 points? I would say yeah. Like, you think about it, it's like some people willing to do the challenges for 1 or 2 points. Now they're having fun doing it, then great, but I hope they don't sacrifice very important time to do them. Like, I hope they're only using their spare time. 450 points, it sounds cool. I mean, when you make comparisons like this, it's tough, right? Like, damn, 4,500 points. Imagine somebody watching is like getting 4 points per day. They got to do 1,000 days just to match my 1 day. That's pay to win. That's the whole game, unfortunately. And as part of the, what Gala doesn't like to say this, but it's part of the investment into the game. We'll see how it pays off, if it pays off. Depending on what we can actually do with soil once their whole system is done. But I will keep doing these challenges and collecting my points for the play to earn system. Alina says, I'm doing it for 21, but it is not like I am doing it for the points, just for the game. There you go, yeah. For the love of the game, maybe it'll pay off later. Hopefully, that's what we all hope for. I mean, that's why people do the play to earn on Eternal Paradox for the E-time. To use the E-time for either sell it for Gala, you know, to somebody else for Gala, or use it for additional rewards within the game for more progression, or even more rewards in the game. Rachel says the rotation is getting a little slow. It would be more fun if they changed it up a little more. I mean, I would like them to double the challenges, make it 4 different weeks of challenges. I wonder why they didn't do like completely random challenges, like unpredictable, but maybe there's like a legal reason why they can't do it that way. I'm not sure. Gala has a bunch of legal freaking crap they gotta go through. You may not know that, but they do. It's just so much. Like, literally, if they want to say a word to you, they just gotta go through legal. Tatweez, I do very often, but don't stress about it when I miss. Oh, okay, yeah, that's good. I do stress a little when I miss it, though. Don't get me wrong. I miss a challenge, I lose 4,500 town point, which is like 100 dirt, as I mentioned. I stress a little. I'm like, damn, I can't imagine somebody hear me lose out on that many points when they do the daily challenge to get like 4 points per day. 1,000 days worth of progress lost. So yeah, I'll stress a little bit. I don't know how much I should stress out because I don't really know the value of this, right? The perceived value right now is nothing, but it has future perceived value. So we'll see. We'll see. All that stress. It doesn't really matter though, because like 29 days out of 30 is still very good. I do a very good job of keeping up with the daily challenges. I like Bea says, daily challenges are fun. I do it for 0.25, no NFT player here. That's cool. I can't imagine somebody doing the daily challenge for 0 either. If you're only getting 0.25, I'm assuming, well, actually, how are you getting 0.25? Did you mean you're getting 25? Because if you said 0.5, that's because you borrowed an Express Depot or something. How are you getting 0.25? It's a 50% split. Now you've confused me, Bayes. Random challenges sound fun? It depends, Bayes. When you add randomness to this game, some people find it fun, yes, some people don't. Spartans, when you miss the daily challenge, we all get more dirt. Technically, you are right. Although, I don't know if you can actually notice a difference. But you make a very good point, Spartans. Yeah. So, all of you watching, you better hope I do miss my daily challenges. Actually, yeah, Bayes, how are you getting 0.25? Are you getting 25? Is that what you meant? You confused me a little bit. Let me check Eternal Paradox real quick before this event resets. But that's probably all I was gonna do here. Give me... Okay, I don't... It's 2 hours to do that event. Let me do this other one. Train Soldiers event. It's fine. As long as I get rewards. So I'm not completely paying attention to this right now. Okay. I have only Express Depot and Water Tower. 25. I guess you did mean 25 and not 0.25, because 0.25 wouldn't make sense. So the Express Depot gives you 1. The Water Tower gives you between 11 to 18, depending on the rarity, because I'm assuming you don't have a legendary Water Tower. Your number, your dirt, you're getting dirt. Okay, never mind. That's what you meant. Okay. So yeah, I got a little bit confused because when Alina says she's getting 21, I'm assuming she meant 21 town points because that's what we were talking about. But you said 0.25 and I'm like 0.25 town points is not possible. But you mean 0.25 dirt, that's what you meant. Ah, okay. I get it now. I get it. I'm not really sure why that confused me. Let me see exactly how much I got. 101.9 dirt for yesterday's. But the day before that was 107-ish. And then the day before that was 110. I think that was the honey challenge. People don't like doing that one. Sorry, 12.25 dirt. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So Water Tower and Express Depot. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that's what I meant of the 21 town points. Yeah, okay. I get it now. Alright. Well, I'll always keep doing my daily challenges as long as I don't forget them. Right, and I do have like the Discord bot to remind me, but sometimes I'm just busy with other things or I'm asleep when that notification goes out or something. But yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be it. As I said, I do intend to work on a no NFT build. It's gonna be based on the Valentine's Day Starlight Market Box build that I made. I will finish my personal build first. I probably should have that finished by today. I'm making good progress. I gotta take back some NFTs from the guild library and probably keep working on it after I eat something right now, and I can't actually make the Easter eggs until the update goes live, but I have an idea of how much chocolate and marshmallows I want to make and stuff, so that's good. But yeah, that's gonna be everything. Was just checking right here. Once again, links in the description if you want to help support me there. Appreciate your support, everybody. Thank you all for hanging out. Have fun working on your Easter egg builds. All those chickens you're gonna need for them. And I'll see you later. I'll be on Discord as usual. Bye-bye.